What is up, boys? We are doing another draft. We are actually doing a actual ESPN paid money league draft. So let us jump into it. But before we get started, as always, you know what we got to do. We got to hit that intro. So as always, we are doing this mock draft. We are doing it. I know I'm in my old bedroom here, and yeah, we are jumping right on in. So let me share my screen so we can see. We already had a few picks come off the board. We had here. Let me make this bigger, and let me switch it out so we can see what is happening here. So of course we're doing ESPN, so it's a little bit harder to see. And I have pick 7. So we had Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, and then Cooper Kupp off the board. Yeah, this is really hard to see. So let me try to zoom in a little bit more so we can see. Yeah, so I'm on the clock. So we had, let's go through everyone that's been drafted. So if you can see, we had Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Eckler, Derrick Henry, Cooper Kupp, and then Jamar Chase off the board. So honestly, based on my rankings, I could either do two things. I could go Justin Jefferson and hope it's a 10-team league and hope one of these running backs falls, or I could go double RB. I don't know. There is money on the line here, and Cooper Kupp would have been my choice, but he didn't fall. But I just think you got to take the value with Justin Jefferson here. So we draft Justin Jefferson. That is who we're drafting. If you guys are just tuning in the mock draft, appreciate you guys. I am like I said, this is not my usual setup. I'm typically not hunched over, not looking at things like that. But I bought this today, so hopefully tomorrow's stream we will be using this, using the camera, having a little bit better picture quality as we go. So after I drafted Justin Jefferson, we had Najee Harris and then Dalvin Cook off the board. Then Alvin Kamara at pick 110. That is kind of typically what's been happening. DeAndre Swift. A lot of these guys like to go robust RB. I think it just depends especially when you're in the later rounds, being able to grab someone like a Justin Jefferson. If we look at our team, it is 2 flex, 2 receivers. So just being able to lock down that top wide receiver, I think that's definitely the way to go. But yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, watching the replay, appreciate you guys so much. After that, Joe Mixon just went. I was hoping somehow he would fall. But I guess we're just going to see. Maybe we're going to do a 0 RB build, depending if Adams or Stephon Diggs, and they're going to be here. I have those guys highly rated, and I typically don't like to go 0 RB, but sometimes that happens. Stephon Diggs goes, so it's either how do I feel about Devontae Adams compared to maybe like a Saquon? I'm really high on Saquon this year. Man, ESPN, it's interesting. I think I'm just going to do it because I'm going to regret not drafting running back. I'm drafting Saquon Barkley. Bold move, Cotton. I know it's a bold move, but I'm drafting Saquon Barkley there. Hoping for the best. I know it's a late night stream, so appreciate everyone tuning in. Means a lot as we grind out this season. So let me know if you can kind of see everything. Kind of picks going off to the left. We can see my team on the left. It's a little bit different than our typical sleeper mocks, but we're here for it. See if anyone's messaging on the board. Yeah, I like my team right now. Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson. Feel like we have top 5 upside shots with both of those players. Like I said, playing in a 10-man league, it's sometimes easy to we're going to get some pretty good values falling, I would imagine, with running back and with the receiver. So it'll be interesting to see like if DJ Moore is way too high. Michael Pittman's risen. I mean, AJ Brown. I mean, there's a lot of great value. If people are just going off of these rankings, it's going to be really interesting here. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. We have been growing the channel. I know I haven't been doing the live streams here recently, but another live stream for you boys. and any ladies that are potentially tuning in. It's just exciting to have this time. So we'll be doing a lot more mock drafts later this week. I have been dealing with some family issues, so thank you so much for the patience on the content. You guys, as a community, have been so kind to me, and I really do appreciate that. But it's time to grind. It's time to grow this channel. We hit 62 subscribers. I didn't ever think we were going to do that. I think it was like a week ago. We were only at 50, so we're really starting to accelerate the channel. You guys are liking the content. Tomorrow, I will be releasing my top 5 running back rankings for rookies. And so I don't know, where's Dameon Pierce going to end up? How's that going to work? But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in here tonight. After I drafted Saquon, we had Devontae Adams off the board, Deebo Samuel, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Travis Kelce, and then Mark Andrews. 2 tight ends back to back to back. And then we had Javonte Williams go. We'll see what happens. There's some interesting players. I feel like it's pretty easy to go robust RB. Keenan Allen off the board. I know no one's watching this right now yet, but I like Lenny, Aaron Jones. Will Aaron Jones fall? And then all of a sudden my team would feel freaking amazing. We had Lenny just go. There's no way that Aaron Jones falls. 2 more picks to me. If he does, it's going to be by 3 more picks. Yeah, Aaron Jones isn't going to fall because he just went. Aaron Jones just went off the board. So we're looking at none of these running backs I'm super in favor of. I mean, we can wait a little bit. Wide receivers. And I think this is probably where we're gonna draft our tight end here. If he falls. If he falls, we are drafting Kyle Pitts here. I know this is pick 27, so it feels early, but I know he's not going to make it back. I like the running back and wide receiver options that are potentially on the table. And so, yeah, I'll draft. I'll feel pretty good about my team getting Kyle Pitts as my tight end 1. So Saquon, Justin Jefferson, Kyle Pitts, my team so far. Feeling pretty good. I don't know. Feeling pretty good about Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson, Kyle Pitts. Depends on who falls here. I'll probably go with another pretty good running back. Yeah, Breece Hall's off the board. We're looking like there's some stud options here. I really like Zeke, Travis Etienne. Those are the 2 options I'm looking at the top of the board. Wide receiver wise, I mean, you still have T. Higgins, Michael Carter, AJ Brown. Yeah, Michael Pittman just went off the board. So thank you so much for tuning in here tonight. Don't know if you guys have had your drafts yet. Let me know in the comments, especially if you're watching the replay, if you've watched any of these. But yeah, we had AJ Brown just go off the board. It's okay. I think I love the wide receiver options still available. I'm liking how the team is looking here. We had Mike Evans off the board. I also hate how it looks like this. Like, I do think I think ESPN's platform is just so out of date. So if you are drafting ESPN, highly suggest switching over to Sleeper. I think it's a lot harder to do these ESPN mocks for sure. Michael Pittman, AJ Brown, and then Mike Evans. Man, Mike Evans. Was it too early to take Kyle Pitts? I don't think so. I'm half tempted to take Travis Etienne. It's between Zeke and Travis Etienne. I know Zeke will be safer, but we're trying to win some money here. So we're going to go Travis Etienne. We are going Travis Etienne for sure. We getting our guys. So depending on who falls, if Zeke falls, we might have to look at a Zeke option if running backs are just a value. But we might be looking at maybe Deontay Johnson falls. Hollywood Brown, someone like that. Cortland Sutton. I just picked my nose on stream. So if you're just tuning in, you just got a amazing, I don't know why I did that. First time doing that on stream. So, but appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being here as we are grinding this ESPN mock. So, after I drafted Travis Etienne, we had Terry McLaurin and J.K. Dobbins, Cam Akers off the board. So right now, my team's looking like Saquon, Travis Etienne, Justin Jefferson, Kyle Pitts. Feeling pretty good about my team at this point. It is a $20 buy-in right now. So playing with a bunch of, not randos. Brandon's been following the channel for a while and invited me to this league. So said, why not? Why not do another league? Try to take some people's money. And so, especially when we're doing these money leagues, like I'm not trying to play it safe. And so I drafted Justin Jefferson with the first pick, got Saquon back in the second, then drafted Kyle Pitts. Everyone went robust RB pretty early. So I was hoping like Aaron Jones potentially fell to me in the second or an Alvin Kamara, but that did not happen because these guys like to draft their running backs. So after Cam Akers, we have Jerry Jeudy off the board. Jerry Jeudy. Interesting. Because you're looking at these running backs and we're getting into about to be, round 5. And you still have Monty, Zeke. I mean, those are really the only two guys left. Mike Williams just went off the board. Yeah, Deontay already went off the board. Sutton went off the board. Patrick Mahomes just went off the board. I'm liking receiver value, though. I am. I'm really liking receiver value. So if he falls, I think we know who we're getting. I think we know. If you are just tuning in to my one viewer, appreciate you being here. Appreciate you tuning in. Jordan, is that you? Trevor, is that you? Hurricane, is that you? Let me know who you are. Comment on the side who you are. Appreciate giving you a shout out here live on stream as we are grinding at 10 o'clock on a Sunday night, doing a mock tonight. Not a mock. We're doing this is actual paid money league. So this is an actual ESPN. I don't know why I said mock. I'm so used to saying that because we've been doing a lot of mocks. But George Kittle off the board. Oh, we are about to do something we don't typically like to do unless circumstances happen. And right here, Jalen Waddle off the board just makes it so easy for us to draft the Zeke button. Ooh, I'm loving this start. We have Saquon, Travis Etienne, Zeke, Kyle Pitts, and then Justin Jefferson. Now, all we got to do is absolutely hammer the wide receiver positions and get a quarterback, and we're going to be feeling real good about ourselves. Then we had Darren Waller off the board. Yeah, it's just it's been a good night. So how are you? How are you doing tonight? You doing good? Everything going well? Appreciate you tuning in. Trying to grow this channel. We're at 62, 63 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, drop a subscription. It would mean a lot. We're putting out tomorrow. We're going to be releasing our top 5 rookie RB rankings. One of our members, heavy hitter, requested it. So we're putting that one out tomorrow, but appreciate you being here. Appreciate you stopping in. And also, sorry, like if you're not an ESPN drafter at all, like you got the picks going off right here, and then you got like my team right here. So it's weird that I can't like show more of what's occurring. But yeah, so after I drafted Zeke, we have Darren Waller, David Montgomery, and then Darnell Mooney off the board. And we're going to be back on the board here, and we will be looking at the wide receiver position. There is Herbie as quarterback. So maybe if Herbert falls, we'll feel like drafting him. But there's really good value at the wide receiver position. So I think that's kind of what we're looking at. Yeah, Herbert just went off, so I am not interested in reaching for a Lamar. I can just get like a Jalen Hurts later. Or even a Trey Lance later. To my second viewers, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Appreciate you guys being here. We're doing an ESPN $20 buy-in. All these guys have been talking a lot of crap. So right now, this is my team on the left. These are the picks going off. I know it's kind of blurry, small to see, so appreciate you being here. And I'm back on the clock, and we are looking at wide receivers. My wide receiver 2, so I could go Mon St. Brown, Chris Godwin, Michael Thomas. I think I'm going to go Brandon Cooks. I feel really good about this. So this is 14th in the 6th round. So this is pick 64. Like I've been seeing him recently go around pick 55 in sleeper ADP. So being able to get Brandon Cooks as my wide receiver 2 when I already have Justin Jefferson, feel pretty good about his floor. So yeah, we'll see what happens. What wide receivers end up falling into the next round. If there's wide receivers or maybe a quarterback, like I said, depending if Kyler or Jalen Hurts falls into the next round, maybe I draft them. But when you're playing in a 10-team league, quarterback just kind of feels irrelevant. You want the stud running back, stud wide receiver. So that's why I kind of went robust RB. When you're able to get Zeke as your RB3, and you're drafting him in the 5th round, feels really good. Feels really good. So let me know what you guys think of my team so far. Saquon, Travis Etienne, Zeke as my running backs, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Cooks as my wide receivers, and then Kyle Pitts as my tight end. I'm feeling pretty good. Feel like I got the good upside, but also have, low enough floor to be able to win a lot of weeks, But who knows? Maybe Kyle Pitts doesn't show out this year. Zeke takes a step back. I know everyone says he took a step back last year. I mean, he's still getting a lot of the volume. So getting an RB3 that has the volume to potentially be a high-end RB2, low-end RB1, just because he plays a lot more than a lot of other running backs, which isn't always a good thing because you can't just base your decisions off of the fact that he's played a lot in the past due to the fact that he is 26, about to turn 27. So after I drafted Brandon Cooks, we had Amon St. Brown, Elijah Moore, Gabe Davis, Josh Jacobs, and then Michael Thomas off the board. What are you guys doing? You guys drafting Michael Thomas this year? We holding off? I don't know. I think I'm drafting Michael Thomas. The fact that you're getting Allen Robinson right around him too. If Chris Godwin falls, I'll probably draft him as my wide receiver 3. Otherwise, maybe I draft a quarterback. And just like that, Chris Godwin off the board. I got 2 people watching it. Maybe you guys are in the chat. If you guys are drafting with me right now, let me know. Maybe I'll have to keep my picks a little closer to the vest. It's okay. Because I don't really like Amari Cooper. I'm glad someone just drafted him. Juju, Rashard Bateman, Drake London. The value here, later on for wide receiver 3s and 4s is there. So it might be the time to pull the trigger on one of these quarterbacks. If a Jalen Hurts falls. But yeah, I've been liking the punt one, especially when you can punt. But in a 10, the difference for me between a 10 team league and a 12 team league is so substantial to waiting on quarterback. If it's a 12 team league, I'm just waiting on quarterback. But if it's a 10 team league, you're gonna have to go compete with the Patrick Mahomeses, the Josh Allens, the Justin Herberts, the Lamar Jacksons. That's already 4 out of the 10 teams. So you can't wait too long to get someone that has that rushing floor, but also has the upside. So yeah, like I said, Kyler Murray or Jalen Hurts. Kyler Murray is an interesting one. If he, once the new Call of Duty comes out, it's proven that he has 2 less fantasy points a game. So maybe I won't play him there. Kyler Murray just went off the board. We got McLovin, Nincompoop, and Richards. Do they here, let me see if maybe I'll miss out and there'll be a run on. Nope, Hunter Renfrow just went off the board. Nincompoop and then Richards. Maybe I shouldn't have even said I was going live. Maybe they're tuning in and hearing who I think they're picking. So, and I know Jalen Hurts, the fact that his ESPN ADP is 85 is ridiculous because I don't even go off this ADP because I've done enough sleeper drafts to know sleeper and underdogs and my own rankings. So if you haven't checked out my running back rankings or my wide receiver rankings, they are on the channel. So go check out those videos. Roast me in the comments. Roast me now. What up, Albert? Showing up here. I'm on the clock. Appreciate you stopping in, Albert. Who just went? Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Kyler Murray went, but we're going to be taking our quarterback that we want. We want Jalen Hurts. Feeling pretty good about my team so far. We got Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Travis Etienne, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Cooks, Kyle Pitts, and then Zeke in our flex. So we will be looking to take the best available wide receiver here in a second. Whoever that may be as our wide receiver 3. Which I kind of hope. I think I know who I want, but we'll see because we're right here in round 8, and then we'll kind of just hammer a lot of wide receivers out Here we got our 3 running backs, we got our quarterback, we got our tight end. So now we can kind of just play it. And I think we have 17 spots. So, and then of course we'll be waiting for defense. And do we have to draft a kicker? Is this one of those leagues? It is. So we will wait for the last 2 rounds to draft them, and we'll just hammer out wide receivers. So if you are topping, Albert, appreciate you being here. If you guys have had your drafts, let me know. Have you guys had your drafts yet? Who did you draft in the first round? If you've had your draft, and if you haven't had your draft, let me know when your draft is going to be. I'm looking at here, if we're going through some options, I'm actually going to keep my pick close to my vest because people have been sniping me when I've been talking about it. So I think someone in here is watching me go. But yeah, so happy we took Jalen Hurts where we did. Feeling really good about that. Team Allen is on the clock. So I got into this league. This is actually a listener of mine asked if I wanted to do this ESPN league. It's $20 buy-in. So, not nothing crazy, but some decent cash. That's like a Taco Bell trip or a Culver's trip that I am contributing to this league, hoping that somehow my expertise helps pay off. Maybe I'll do a like middle of the year. We'll review all my teams, and I know that's always like fun because. And then you guys get to roast me and say, I don't really know much more than what you guys actually know. Albert said, I had my home league draft earlier today, dude. Dude, that's awesome. Who did you draft in the first round? What pick did you have? Love to hear it. Team Allen, is he about to auto pick? Is he about to auto? He went Rashard Bateman. Oh, Brandon's a listener. And Albert says, I had pick 4 and went Justin Jefferson. Yeah, I had pick 6 or 7 and Justin Jefferson fell. Here we're looking, we do like Drake London a lot, but I just prefer Elijah Moore at this spot. So we're going Elijah Moore. And so now we're going to wait 12 picks. And maybe I could have waited for Elijah Moore. I don't think he was going to make it back to me. So that's why we take Elijah Moore. Like I prefer Elijah Moore over Drake London. I prefer Elijah Moore over Devontae Smith. Even with the fact that Zach Wilson might be out for the first 4 to 6 weeks. But to everyone tuning in, appreciate you guys being here. Let me know, have you guys had your fantasy football drafts yet? Who are you drafting? Like, let's just say, hypothetically, you have the 103, CMC and JT's off the board. Who are you drafting with the 103? Are you drafting Derrick Henry? You drafting Cooper Kupp? Drafting Justin Jefferson? Who are you drafting? This is a full PPR league, so that is where the Saquon Barkley, the Travis Etienne, I have those guys like rated over, of course, like someone like Zeke who doesn't get all the receptions. It's been interesting for sure. If you haven't checked it out, Underdog Fantasy. I know I'm promoting another fantasy channel that has way more subscribers than me, but they did a whole video talking about some of the differences between the ADP on Underdog, which is where people are paying consistently to have their drafts, and compared to, of course, the ESPN rankings. And there's like a lot of great values. And so that's why like I thought Elijah Moore was a great value there. So after Elijah Moore, we had Dameon Pierce. The hype's out of control. Devin Singletary, Ramondre Stevenson, and then Kareem Hunt. We have entered the RB dead zone. And so be happy that we went 3 RBs and we can just start sniping these. And Dalton Schultz is still on the board. Oh man. If Dalton Schultz makes it back to us, we might have to just go robust tight end. And I'm just giving terrible fantasy advice, but the fact that Dalton Schultz goes at the end of the 5th, early 6th, maybe we don't. Maybe we wait for like a Cole Kmet for a backup. But that just seems enticing to me. That just seems really enticing. Because like honestly, the difference in points between like a Dalton Schultz at this point of the draft compared to like I mean, I know these are all just projected, but like we're talking like maybe 190 points compared to like his projection like 180, where I would debate that the Dalton Schultz's actual way that he's actually going to get his points is a little bit easier. Then we had Dak Prescott off the board. So yeah, feeling good. Probably, like I said, we're probably going to need to go we're going to have to hammer wide receivers here, maybe another tight end. If a running back falls, like if Miles Sanders falls to us, then maybe, I don't know. I just feel like at this point it's irrelevant, like, for us to go that way. So we just need to take those high shot upside wide receivers, and we're going to go from there. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Sorry for the new setup. We are at my parents' house currently. If you guys could send some prayers, dealing with some family health issues. So appreciate everyone being here, supporting the channel as we continue to grind into fantasy football season. We will be on pretty much every day we're going to be releasing a video, whether we're talking about waiver wire ads, whether we're going to be talking about start and sits. We're going to be doing lives, like where you're going to be able to come in, ask me any of your start and sit questions, and I will tell you exactly my thoughts. Now, granted, if you decide to take my thoughts and it backfires, sincere apologies, but excited to kind of get that thing going here as the season starts. It's so exciting. I'm glad fantasy football is back. Excited to have fantasy football back. But if you're just tuning in, we are doing an ESPN fantasy draft. I typically don't draft on ESPN, but Brandon, one of our listeners, asked me to get into this league. It's a $20 buy-in, some decent cash. So wish me luck. I think my team has the upside. I think that's the thing. Let me see Brandon's team, because I know let me see if he commented. We're about to be back on. Brandon Cardona to the moon is his team. So he has Russell Wilson, Alvin Kamara, DeAndre Smith, Michael Pittman, AJ Brown, Mooney, and he always, he's a late tight end drafter. So we'll see. We're about to be back on the clock. Oh, and our man Dalton Schultz is sitting there. Are you kidding me? Do we wait our next pick? No, there's so many receivers that I'm cool with. Whatever. Just let them fall to me. Just let them fall. The fall didn't need to happen anymore. Dalton Schultz is more talented. He's going to put up more fantasy points. He's like the wide receiver 2 for the Cowboys right now. Yeah, no. For sure. For sure. And this is that part where, okay, Dalton Schultz is maybe not. We know what happened last year, but if Sleeper is getting drafted at the 5-6, I know this is a 10-man league, but getting him at pick 88, good value. Liam, my guy, thank you so much for stopping in. Just wanted to say I appreciate you being here. Welcome to the family, the Caleb New fan. We need, like, I know everyone's been talking, like, we need a name. We need a name for the subscribers, for for being here. So appreciate you being here. Hopefully you take something from this channel that can be applied this fantasy football season. Let me know when your draft is too. Love to help you out in any way that I potentially can as we get into it. Tomorrow I'll be releasing my rookie running backs 1 through 5 rankings. So make sure to tune in to check that out. But I will say this. Most people have kind of started their draft. So we will be doing during the season, we're going to be doing waiver wire ads. We're going to be doing start and sits. And then we will be doing lives where you guys can come in. We can talk about the week, as well as if you guys have any starter sit questions where you're like, crap, I don't know. Do I put Robert Woods in or do I put Alan Lazard in? Those type of questions. That is exactly why I'm here to help. So I appreciate you subscribing. Appreciate you joining the fam. And yeah, like I said, leave a like on the stream too. That helps a ton with the algorithm. We've been getting a lot more views here recently. I started my channel, about a month and a half ago. So we are grinding on our way to 100 subs, and you are contributing to it. So thank you so much, Liam, for being here. So after my little shabil there, Kenneth Walker went off the board, Drake London, Cordell Patterson, Trey Lance, and then AJ Dillon. Cardano to the moon, who drafted Trey Lance, is part of our family, of our subscribers. He's the one that asked me to be in this draft. So shout out to Brandon for just being a great guy, having me come in. I don't play in all I don't just play in like everybody's league, because of course I have way too many, but one of the leagues I was in decided it was another YouTube channel, and they got like bought out, and so all of a sudden the league I was supposed to be in wasn't. And so I'm back on the board, and we are looking at we are going to be drafting another wide receiver, and so this will be my wide receiver 3 or wide receiver 4, and so we could draft Tyler Lockett, Garrett Wilson, or Robert Woods. And this is where you just kind of have to go your rankings, like with sleeper and everything like that. And I actually have Robert Woods quite a bit higher in my rankings. I have him above Tyler Lockett, and Robert Woods is having Ryan Tannehill throwing the ball. Tyler Lockett has Geno Smith or Drew Lock and really he was peppered with targets from Russell Wilson. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. There's another wide receiver I really like, but I think he might fall to me with our next pick. But yeah, this is the time we're going to just absolutely hammer running back or hammer wide receivers because it's kind of like the RB dead zone. I mean, maybe if a James Cook falls, we might consider it, but we're going heavy wide receivers here. So thanks so much, Liam, for, like I said, tuning in. It's like 10:30. Wait, is it? Yeah, 10:30 at night on a Sunday. Like most people got to work tomorrow, so they ain't tuning in right now. I usually typically do my streams like at 8 EST, but of course the draft was happening at 10, so that's why we're here. That's why we're here tonight. That's why we're here. So after I drafted Robert Woods, we had Dallas Goedert, Tyler Lockett, and then Damian Harris off the board. So we shall see. We shall see. After Damian Harris, we had Cole Kmet, Tom Brady, and Alan Lazard. This is what happens when you play in like a 10-man league. Like it just comes back to you so fast, and you're like the same guy I was staring at last round is going to be staring at me again. That's okay. And so I will tell you as we get. I think Richards has been listening to this and is sniping me, so I will keep it hush hush as we get into this. We shall see. But yeah, appreciate everyone being here, tuning in. I know sometimes during these actual live drafts when I'm thinking about it and not talking out my thoughts, it can be a little bit like, why is there a pause? But I'm trying to get better. Like I said, I've only been doing this for a month and a half, so trying to improve these skills, become better at being a YouTuber as well as just talking out my content thoughts. James Cook goes at the round 11, pick 2. I think that's good value. I was thinking about getting James Cook if he was on the board. Brian Robinson, shout out to Brian Robinson. He did get shot today, like actually shot by a gun. So prayers up to him. Looks like it's not going to be like lethal or anything like that, but I wonder how that works with Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson went way earlier in this draft, but Brian Robinson was about to be announced as the starter. So I don't know. I got 3 picks left before my next pick. And this is the thing. Maybe I should have waited on quarterback and I could have gotten Joe Burrow this late. Like those are the thoughts that you have when you're drafting like Jalen Hurts, but I feel good about the rushing upside. The rushing upside of Jalen Hurts. But yeah. Here we are 32 minutes into the stream. We'll see how long this draft lasts. We're in round 11. We got 6 more rounds until round 17, so we shall see. After James Cook went off the board, then we had Garrett Wilson, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, and then Joey B. Burrow off the board. Peter Nincompoop is this guy's name. I hope that's not his actual name. I hope he's just playing around because otherwise that would be a very unfortunate name to have. MVS right after Garrett Wilson. Gee whiz, there's so many guys that I would rather have over MVS. I hope Terry McLovin has. Does he have Patrick? No, he is. That's a bad pick. That's a really bad pick. With all these guys on the board, I swear, Richards, if you snipe me, if he snipes me right here, I'm done. I'm done. Please don't do it. Oh, phew. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. We are going Chris Olave. Easy money right now. Easy money. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Chris Olave fell to round 11, pick 7. I know there's only 10 teams, so this would be what? I mean, it's like this is essentially in the 10th round. Like I'm feeling confident drafting Chris Olave at the back end of the 9th, early 10th. So now, yeah, let me know what you think of my team right now. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Travis Etienne, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Cooks, Kyle Pitts, Zeke, Elijah Moore, Dalton Schultz, Robert Woods, and now Chris Olave. Chef's kiss. Oh, Liam coming in hot with the questionnaire. Liam, this is why you're here in the chat. This is why you love fantasy football. And you're just like egging me on right now. Man, my favorite team. I hate to say this, and if you watch any of my YouTube videos, I do drop who my favorite team is. It's going to be those Cincinnati Bengals. I am originally from Dayton, Ohio. I'm now living in Warsaw, Indiana, but actually, like right now where I'm drafting at my parents' house back in Dayton, Ohio. And so I just grew up going to Cincinnati Bengals games all the time. I remember going to see Carson Palmer, Chad Johnson at the time, of course, changed his name to Chad Ochocinco, TJ Houshmandzadeh. Like, we were bad. Marvin Lewis, like we all wanted him fired for years, but somehow he got us into the, got us into the playoffs like every 4 years, and we always lost, but somehow that was good enough. That was good enough for the Bengals. And yeah. But anyway, so last year, all of a sudden coming out of nowhere, I mean, granted, we did draft Jamar Chase, but that wasn't like, I didn't think drafting Jamar Chase would all of a sudden make us Super Bowl contenders. We did get quite lucky in the Chiefs game, and I don't know if maybe if we played the Buffalo Bills instead of the Chiefs, things go differently, but it was a good year, and sad we couldn't bring it home, but that is what happened. Sorry. So yeah. So after I've just been now talking. So we had Sky Moore, Matthew Stafford, Treylon Burks, Hunter Henry, and then Kadarius Toney off the board. Javier, my guy, back in the chat. Thanks so much for showing up. This is a ESPN. We're doing just an actual draft, $20 buy-in, 10-team league. So appreciate you stopping. Question for my redraft: should I drop Rashard White, Pacheco, or Sky Moore for Gage? He's on the wire. No. Don't even worry about Russell Gage. Chris Godwin's probably going to be back playing some sort of percentage by week 1, 2, 3, or 4. They have Julio Jones. Mike Evans is going to be fine. Yeah, don't worry at all about Russell Gage. Maybe I backfire that, but I could see you dropping doing Pacheco for Russell Gage, but it just kind of depends on what you want. We're going to go wide receiver again. I didn't actually look at the running backs before I said that. Yeah, Brian Robinson got shot, so I don't know what that means for like his. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna draft a Brian Robinson. We'll play it out. We'll play it out. I really do like Jahan Dotson this year. I know I'm like just drafting rookies. Jacoby Myers is solid. Chase Claypool, I think, is an interesting one. Is George Pickens going to be the guy? But I'm actually going to draft George Pickens because I forgot that I thought he had already went, but I forgot that the ESPN ADP sometimes mess up. No, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about my bench between Robert Woods, Chris Olave, and George Pickens. One of those guys is gonna be a really high quality wide receiver too. Javier back in. I love Wando Robinson, by the way. He's going to blow up. Super sleeper. Good luck on the draft. Oh, Javier, dude. Appreciate you stopping in. Thanks for being a loyal subscriber. Checking out the live streams. On Wandale Robinson, I really liked his talent coming in as an NFL rookie, but I will say I am not a fan of Daniel Jones. So I am really excited about Saquon Barkley and the work he's probably going to have. But yeah, it's Daniel Jones is going to be interesting. So after I drafted George Pickens, we had James Robinson and then Melvin Gordon off the board. Then we have Jahan Dotson off the board. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. I know I was just on my phone. Apologies. Getting texts. People are messaging me about this draft. Friends of mine that are tuning in. So crap. Giving me crap. They don't like my draft. Oh, Galladay is so done. Galladay, there's no point. There's at this point, no point. Why'd they even sign him? Dude got his money and then left. Yeah. No. No, I'm sure they gave Wandale Robinson the slot job already. The difference, I mean, I know they're gonna have to throw to someone. You have Tony Galladay and then Wandale Robinson. Daniel Jones is just so bad. Even if Wandale Robinson gets 60 catches this year, he's only gonna have like 60 for 800. Like, it's not gonna be a crazy reception yardage total. I think that's high. Like, I think he probably gets somewhere around 50, 55 catches. Like, Wandale Robinson reminds me of like Rondale Moore last year. He was probably going to have a solid like week one, not week one, but like 1 week that he kind of blows up, and everyone's like, "Oh, Wando Robinson, go pick him up," and then it's just like it's going to be the unfortunate part of what's going to be happening as he plays for the New York Giants. We had just had Kirk Cousins go off the board. Yeah, but if you guys are just tuning in, Javier's been interacting. I know Liam's been interacting, so appreciate you guys being here. But yeah, if you just tuned into the chat, aren't subscribed at all to our channel, please subscribe, please like, helps us with the algorithm, and also like you're gonna like the content. You're gonna appreciate the fantasy football talk that we do on a night in and night out basis. Javier Wando is going to be also running the ball. He's a gadget player. Oh no, for sure. I think, like I said, he reminds me of Rondell more. Wandale Robinson does, and that's why I think it's just I know they're going to get him the ball. I don't know how much. I just don't know how much they're going to be getting him the ball, and I just don't like picking up these wide receiver threes on offenses that are probably going to be terrible. So that's kind of my thoughts. We are kind of waiting to see what happens. Maybe we draft another running back. There are some running backs on the table that I would feel comfortable drafting as my RB4. We kind of have hit the wide receiver position pretty good. We have how many wide receivers? We have 6 of 8. We probably need to draft a running back. I didn't know there was limits. We need another running back. We need a quarterback. We need kicker and defense. What round are we in? I didn't even see. So I have, so I have 4 picks left. We'll do a kicker and a defense, a running back, and a quarterback. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about my team so far. Pat Fryermuth goes off. We have Nincompoop, and then Richards, and then us, and we'll kind of go from there. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in on a Sunday night fantasy football time. You know what time it is, fantasy football. And I'm realizing the background kind of matches my shirt, so I'm kind of like blending into the background. Lighting's not great, but appreciate everyone not judging that, not judging the content, just appreciating you guys being here. So after Pat Fryermuth, we had Derek Carr go off the board. Yeah, I'm cool. There's a lot. There's solid backups. And we are back on the board. We're looking at wide receiver. Nope. Quarterbacks, some interesting ones. You know, I would love to draft Brian Robinson here, but there are the reports that, he did get shot today. So I don't quite know what's going to be happening with him. So we're going Darrell Henderson. Knowing good and well, there's a solid chance that he splits things with Cam Akers. Now, as I'm speaking, I'm looking up the Brian Robinson. Let's see the news. Someone said today, my understanding is at least 2 bullets struck Brian Robinson in the lower body. As said, Robinson is hospitalized in stable condition. A terrible situation that could have been worse. I agree. There was a Luke Sawhook. He posted talking a little bit today about how right now, of course, we could say Antonio Gibson, the value goes up with something like that. But as always, football players come second. This is their job. Whereas we really are thinking and sending our thoughts and prayers out for Brian Robinson as the man, as a channel. So yeah, we have 4 running backs, 2 tight ends. So we're feeling pretty good. I usually like to wait on defenses and kickers. I kind of want to draft another running back, though. All these guys are backups for the time being, but upside does happen on occasion. I'm looking at like a Jamal Williams. Do we just draft Brian Robinson and think? I don't know. Like when you get shot, what's your like? It's like to the lower body too. I bet you he's not going to be playing for a minute. So I know who I'm drafting. I'm going to draft Khalil Herbert. I don't know. I didn't feel great about it. I really don't feel great about that pick. But I didn't like any of the wide receivers available. I felt like we needed another running back. Maybe we should have gone Jalen Tolbert. I think that's the move we should have gone. I don't know why I got so ingrained on the running back position there. It's just getting late, you know. Drafting late, drafting tired, never is a great thing. But no excuse to drafting the best team possible because right now I'm still liking my team quite a bit. Yeah, I would have liked a Nico Collins. I would have liked a Josh Palmer, Jalen Tolbert. Yeah, it's okay though. We'll see what quarterback falls to us. Who's our QB2 going to be? You know, if it's Justin Fields, that'd be awesome. If it's Jameis Winston, that's awesome. Like those are the two that I'm looking at. Wide receivers is kind of like a wasteland. I think I mentioned like Jalen Tolbert seems like a good value. Nico Collins is a guy I would like. I do like Alec Pierce, Isaiah McKenzie. Running back, we don't know what's happening with Brian Robinson, Jamal Williams, Rashard White. I do like TDP, not like if you're like super late round stash kind of guy. I do like TDP quite a bit for the 49ers. But then we just had Butker. We had 3 kickers off the board. Someone's already autoing in a $20 buy-in draft. I guess I'm not somebody that if I'm paying $20, I'm drafting the whole team. I'm drafting the whole team. I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting at all. So then we had Matt Gay, Tyler Bass, and then the Saints defense come off the board. Like I feel like the defenses on a week by week basis, like you're just adding and dropping them. You get like a decent kicker, but like here I'm looking at. We got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 picks before ours. Is Justin Fields going to fall to us? That's the real question. If we lock up Justin Fields, I'm feeling pretty good about whatever defense and kicker we get. Those are my thoughts. You know, another kicker that is really underrated this year, and I don't think enough people are considering this because I never talk about kickers because kickers and defense are really irrelevant. But Younghoe Koo, very solid kicker, first 2 years in the league. Last year has a kind of a down year, and people are all of a sudden like just off him. I know he was like, I think he was ranked like kicker 18 last year, but Younghoe Koo is a good kicker. Very solid, super long, so he's going to get you the points around the 45 and 50-yard line. And the thing is, this Falcons team, I think we're all just hating on the offense, and that is fair. But I mean, they have Kyle Pitts, they have Drake London, Cordell Patterson. Marcus Mariota is a decent quarterback. I'm not saying they're going to score a lot of touchdowns, but how many times do you think they get across the 50 and have a field goal shot? That's kind of my thought. Younghoe Koo, sleeper kicker pick, and trust me, where's he at? Where's he at on? Where's he at here? Look at him. My man is all the way down at 412. People are not even drafting him. But yet they're drafting, like Robbie Gould, Ryan Suckup. You're taking those guys over Younghoe Koo. Dude's a stud kicker. And I think not enough people are talking about it. So Brian Robinson just went off the board. Mixing it up is just basing it off of the reports. I think just probably as a running back for. Thoughts and prayers up to Brian Robinson for everything that happened today. Jarvis Landry off the board. We are going to be up. Is my boy Justin Fields falling to us? Is he falling? Is he falling? We got one more pick. If Richards is watching this, he's probably sniping us on Justin Fields. I can't believe that they're thinking that Tua and Trevor Lawrence are going to have more points than Justin Fields. Justin Fields is going to have to be scrambling for his life. It is going to be Jalen Hurts 2.0. And we're taking Jalen Hurts. We took Jalen Hurts. So why not just get his baby right there? And Richards went with Tua. I'm easily going Justin Fields. So, yeah, we're feeling good about that. Now we're looking at defense and kicker. Like I said, I think I just hyped up Younghoe Koo. But I will say, if we have a shot, I'm taking Greg Joseph. I do like me some Greg Joseph quite a bit. I don't know how they do their rankings like this. Like I said, it's so dumb when you get to kickers. But like defense is a little bit different. Like I do like the Bucs defense. I like the Colts defense this year. The 49ers defense, like I feel like it's going to be more solid, but I don't know. The key is also to consider when you're looking at some of these defenses, like cool, like maybe they have like an awesome offense and the offense scores a ton of points. Like let's say we're talking about the Chiefs. The Chiefs put up 35, 40 points a game. So the team that they're playing against has to throw the ball a lot and gain a lot of yards, doesn't control the game, doesn't have like a slow and that's my problem when you're drafting. Sometimes you got to think like how good's the offense going to be? And if the offense is not going to be as good, then I think I'm a little bit higher on the defense. Let me know. How do you guys evaluate kickers and defense? Well, I'm back on the clock now. I'm not drafting the Cowboys, and I think I'm gonna roll with the 49ers because we don't know exactly what's happening with like I said, we don't know exactly what's happening with Trey Lance. We think they're going to be good. I mean, we assume they're going to be a good offense, but I don't think they're going to be scoring 35, 40 points a game. So I think it's going to be a good steady, ground around and pound ball with Elijah Moore, TDP, and Trey Sermon, if Trey Sermon ever actually plays. And that way, the defense, maybe it'll put up some points. But yeah, now we're looking at kickers. And our man is staring us down the barrel there. The sexy man himself, Greg Joseph. His smile is just impeccable. Let's zoom in for the audience to just be able to see how he looks here on the ESPN app. It's not letting me scroll down. Crap. Let me zoom back out. Here we go. Okay, we ready for this? Look at this man. Look at him. True stud. True stud. A man for the people, by the people. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. And he's playing for the Vikings. I know you guys just heard this thing. I am married, so if you're thinking I'm making comments about another man's appearance, I was. But you also, if you're just now tuning in, you haven't tuned in to we did the tank. We haven't done the tank show episode. So we promised the viewers once we got to 50 viewers, we were going to do a tank top episode. Me and Jordan haven't quite been able to get it together. Last week I had a family emergency, and so that's why we weren't able to do it on Thursday night. But we will be doing a tank top episode where Jordan shows up in tank, I show up in a tank, and we're just flexing for the people. Just flexing for the people. So to my 3 viewers for showing up, appreciate you guys being here, tuning into the channel. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, is Greg Joseph going to fall into our lap? Is this going to be like the congratulations, you get Greg Joseph? Like, I don't understand why, like, Nick Folk, he plays for the New England Patriots. Like, the weather gets so bad by the end of the year. Like, why are you drafting a player that constantly has to play in that New England weather? I don't care how good of a kicker you are. Now, granted, Justin Tucker does have to play for the Baltimore Ravens, and I do understand that. Like, that is elite. That is elite. And just like that, we are about to be on the clock, and we are drafting our man, Greg Joseph. And boom, just like that, we are done with the draft. So for everyone tuning in, I appreciate you guys being here. Let me know what you think. Let's go over my team really quick, just so everyone can see it. So we got Jalen Hurts. We had Saquon Barkley, Travis Etienne, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Cooks, Kyle Pitts, Zeke, Elijah Moore, the 49ers defense, Greg Joseph, Dalton Schultz, Robert Woods, Chris Olave, George Pickens, Darrell Henderson, Khalil Herbert, which looking back, we didn't absolutely love, but we kind of just got ingrained on the thought of Khalil Herbert, and Justin Fields. What do you guys think? What do you think? I don't know. Jonathan Young is saying that Justin Fields is trash. I don't know. I don't think Justin Fields is trash. But feeling pretty good about my team, feeling pretty good about my upside. It is a late night, so for everyone that has tuned in over the last few minutes, appreciate you guys being here. If you haven't liked and subscribed already, like and subscribe. We're going to be putting out a lot more content. Another video is coming out tomorrow, so make sure to be on the lookout for that. And everyone, have a great Monday. Start that week off strong, and I will catch you up back here tomorrow. Talk soon.